Am I the asshole for not letting my husband eat the food I cooked? My husband has food insecurity and overeats even when he's not hungry out of fear of it all being eaten before he gets to taste it. Every item of snack soda in this house that is bought is gone within a few days because he binges until it's gone. And he has in the past told the kids they couldn't have more dinner because there wasn't enough, just so he could eat it later. I was at work for that one. I did make him get therapy, but it's not doing much good because he doesn't apply himself at all, thinks it's pointless and refuses to do the steps they provide. Today I bought stuff for lasagna and bought myself a big salad because I can't eat red sauce. Within an hour of being home he was already in the fridge asking if he could have my salad because he was starving. I said no originally, but he kept prying and said, "Come on, please. I will share it with you." I said what the fuck ever and walked off. He left me 3 bites. I tossed it in the trash. This was not even 10 minutes before I started cooking. He said multiple times I'm so full, or now my belly hurts, or I ate too much. Which is common for him. But I was still salty about it, honestly. So, I only made half a sheet pan of the lasagna, which would only feed the kids. Husband said he was so full anyways. I give the kids their food 20 minutes later. I prep, so cooking takes 0 time at all. I tell them they can finish the pan off. Well, my husband comes out and sees the lasagna and says, "Oh, that's what I'm talking about." I said, "Absolutely not. You just ate my dinner and you were full 30 minutes ago. This is the kids' food." I didn't say this in front of the kids. He says I'm a royal bitch because he needs the lasagna and it's going to send him backwards because now I'm withholding food from him. Not the asshole. I'm the only daughter in my large family and my dad brothers would eat my food all the damn time, and it's so upsetting for so many reasons. His behavior could give the kids food insecurity because daddy always takes their food. TBH, if my romantic partner called me a bitch I'd lose it. I expect basic respect out of a relationship and to not be demeaned with sexist insults. His binge eating disorder is off the charts, out of control. When you're taking food from your own family and don't care that they're hungry, you've reached epic levels of narcissistic behavior. The therapy isn't enough. He needs medication support and an intervention. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. He has no respect for your boundaries with your food and basically slapped you in the face when you said he could have summonate the whole thing. He also seems to have a serious problem if this is an everyday occurrence. Not the asshole your husband is though. He needs help, plays at getting it but really can't be bothered, drags the family into the drama and calls you a bitch. Yikes. Withholding food from him, my ass. He ate your food and left you with almost nothing. You don't owe him lasagna, you don't owe him anything at this point. Cook for yourself and the kids. Let him know that when he goes to therapy and you see the actual effort, then you can talk about family dinners again. In the meantime, let him make his own meals. Do not give in when he whines and begs. Just curious, how healthy is your husband? Because his eating habits are not very conducive to good health. Food insecurity isn't even the big issue here. A father is taking food away from his kids and you, just so he can eat it himself. It's just plain selfish, and pig-like. Not the asshole. Stand your ground. Not the asshole. This is at a medical disorder or mental illness level. You need help, somehow. This is far past food insecurity into something off into medical issues. It's a very bad atmosphere for your kids to experience living with him like this. It reminds me of children who have a specific disorder where they're always hungry and never feel full. Not the asshole. No, he's the royal bee. I hate how common it is for people to refer to their partners this way. I would be furious if my wife, I am also a woman, ever said anything like that to me. It is derogatory and pointless. Do you suddenly understand his perspective? BC, he called you a foul name. No. It is degrading and damaging. I would never put up with that. He has a serious eating disorder and needs very serious mental health care. He needs an intervention. I'm sorry, but what he's doing is unethical, especially when it pertains to his children. I would demand that he get help and seek some for treatment or give him some form of ultimatum because he's taking from his children and that's not acceptable. It's gonna make your children have issues and I wouldn't stay in relationship if he wouldn't get help. Not the asshole. He needs to reconsider therapy or you're entirely within your right to assume he's just a fucking asshole. You're hurting your kids by staying with him. Your husband is a selfish AH with no respect for you. You are not the asshole. Not the asshole. He already ate your dinner. If he can't wait, then he needs to learn to cook. Your husband is being lazy. Stop cooking for him if he is going to treat you this way. Make sure you and everybody knows why. If he isn't going to get help for this behavior, he needs a serious wake-up call. This is affecting even your children. You need to keep your kids safe from him before he causes food issues for them. He needs therapy for his eating disorder. Either way, I'd be ending the relationship for your children's sake. They deserve better. Not the asshole. Not only is he withholding food from your children so he can eat it later, he also eats what you're planning to eat, leaving you with nothing to eat. If he won't put in any effort in therapy, you may need to resort to something more drastic. Gorging himself while leaving the rest of the family with a lot less or no food is wrong on so many levels. Not the asshole. It's only going to send him backwards if there's a backwards to reach, and there is none. You need to continue being strict with him. Tell him no, and if he keeps nagging, tell him to take no for an answer and get his own food. He's willing to take food from the kids just so he can stuff himself way past his limit, but he can't be bothered to complete his therapy. He's a lousy parent and partner. Not the asshole. You need a separate refrigerator with a lock for you and the kids and one just for himself. He needs to do his own grocery shopping and cooking. Put locks on cupboards for your and kids' food and snacks. If he breaks into them, ask him if he feels good about taking food from his family's mouths. Hopefully he'll see that therapy is his only option short of losing his family. Not the asshole. I've been a binge eater myself. He needs to be in charge of his own food. He can stock up on foods for himself so there will always be something if he needs it without taking your or the kids' food. If you have good health insurance, Zepbound Mounjaro Wegovy Ozempic might fix this problem for him. And honestly, if my BF did some shit like this, and he refused to actually do what therapy said, I'd have to reconsider the entire relationship. My kids are allowed to eat too, damn it. Husband is gonna give the kids the same food issues. Eating it all like it's a contest. Dude, your husband is denying food to your children. Why are you even still with him? Seriously. How low is the bar nowadays? Not the asshole, and leave him. He can have all the food he wants when he lives alone. The symptom might be the food, but he is a demanding, controlling bully who makes everything in your family's life revolve around his wants. I grew up with such a father. He fucked up my life forever. Get your kids away from this person. I really hate that all he got out of therapy was weaponizing therapy speak. He sounds like a narcissist that doesn't care if you or the kids eat. If you want to keep him, couples therapy and recording him so he has to deal with how out of line he is. Not the asshole. This sounds complicated enough that you might want to be going to therapy with him to help. But I'd also suggest that he do his own meals. Taking food out of his family's mouths is going way too far, so maybe only a hard stop on that will work. Not the asshole. He sounds insufferable. Not the asshole. This is beyond food insecurities, this is child abuse. He's already trying to abuse you by badgering you until no becomes yes so he can eat the food you need to live. He needs medical intervention. You need to go to the next meeting with the therapist and bring this up. Call and have him admitted, if you can. Having a meltdown because you can't eat lasagna after already eating a big salad, that wasn't even yours, is mental instability territory. That's the behavior of an addict. We offer tools for addicts, not their addiction in unceasing quantities. Not the asshole. He sounds like a greedy guts. Sounds abusive and like he's doing it to purposely deprive others versus trying to fill himself. You need to protect your kids.